Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel and also welcome if you're new. My name is Lakna and in this video I want to talk about the upcoming new moon which is happening on June 6th. In Vedic astrology, this new moon is happening in the sign of Taurus in the Nakshatra called Rohini. So this is a very powerful new moon. This is a massive new chapter that we are all starting in our lives, and this is because we have the Sun, Moon, Mercury and Venus and Jupiter all in Taurus. So the Sun, Moon, Mercury and Venus will all be in Taurus in the Nakshatra of Rohini, and Jupiter will be in Taurus in the Nakshatra called Kritika. So we can see that the sign of Taurus is really being highlighted for all of us and really being focused upon. All of the planets above are kind of telling us and guiding us towards this Taurian energy for us to really embody. And especially with this Nakshatra Rohini, we are being asked at the time of this new moon and also leading into this new moon, and for this next chapter ahead, we are really being asked to embody and focus on and integrate and understand these Taurian energies and this energy of the Nakshatra Rohini. So I'm going to talk a bit more about this star and also about Taurus and some of the themes that I see coming up for us and what we can focus on and set our intentions for this new chapter. The time of the new moon is a really powerful place to start by planting the seeds and really deciding where our thoughts and our intentions and our focus is going to be upon. And when we do that at the start of this new moon, that really does set us up for this next chapter ahead. It's really like those intentions that we are focusing on and the goals that we set, the decisions that we make at this time and the thoughts that we focus on, these are the seeds that we're planting and they will grow over time with this new moon. And we have so much potential for growth and abundance and really moving ahead with the energies of this star Rohini, especially because the deity associated with Rohini is Brahma, who is the creator of our universe. Literally, this energy is about how we mold and create our life, and we do that through our focus, through our intentions, through our thoughts, through our beliefs. Everything that we focus on grows. So this is the time and the chance for us to really pay attention to what we have grown and manifested and created in our own universe, and what we need to focus less upon and what we need to focus more upon in order to create a more beautiful life for ourselves, for the people around us, for the world. You can see right now in the world that there is so much contrast. There are people who are thriving and there are people who are struggling to survive, and it's a really sad thing. And I really believe that this star, especially Rohini, teaches us that we can create heaven on earth, and it is not necessarily a place. It is this feeling, this vibration that we believe and we focus on and we embody, and then we create more and more of that in our life. And life is filled with contrasts. We can't appreciate those good times and really experience that blissful, loving state which you could describe as heaven. We can't really experience that if we haven't experienced some dark, deep, depressive, sad sort of states. We have to experience both sides of that in order to understand and appreciate things when they are good. But we all have the ability to, when we are going through those dark times, those shadow times in life, and really aware of the dark, negative, difficult, uncomfortable situations, we do have the ability to always pull ourselves out of that, and we never stay in that forever. There's always something that shifts and turns, and we realize that all of these heavy things, they do have a purpose, and they do carry with them a lot of growth and healing and expansion and understanding and depth of really being able to empathize with others when we go through these things, and really being able to navigate through more and more difficult, uncomfortable situations. We grow stronger. So it all has a purpose. So because we have so many planets in Taurus, it's really going to help you to look into your own birth chart to see which house you have Taurus placed, and also if you have any planets in Taurus, any planets in other earth signs, and especially if you have any planets in Scorpio. These areas of your life will especially be activated by this new moon, and just by this month in general, there is so much Taurus activity and energy. So reflect on these areas of your life and where you need to focus on more change and growth and movement, and where you need to be more embodied and really embodying more of yourself, your soul, and in your life, and really being who you're supposed to be, and actually making that happen in this physical, tangible world that we live in. And also reflect on these areas and where and how can you create more stability and create more of a foundation for yourself and for your life. So this is the Taurian energy that we're trying to tap into more, and it is very powerful because we have the ability with Taurus to really create physical, tangible results, because Taurus is an earth sign and it is very connected to this earth. So it is a powerful time to do that. And on more of a spiritual level, it's a really powerful and great time to connect with our earth and, you know, go out into nature, ground, connect with trees, maybe actually do some planting or some gardening. Just, connecting with our actual earth and Mother Nature is a powerful thing to do at the time of this new moon. This is a very feminine new moon because Taurus is ruled by Venus, and this Nakshatra Rohini is ruled by the moon. So this is also a very powerful time for us to connect with our divine feminine energy. And this energy is very flowy, and it's very trusting, it's surrendered, and it just, it's about listening to our intuition, really trusting in life, having faith and going with the flow, being creative as well, literally just doing whatever we feel called to do in the moment, being present, being aligned, and being in flow with that, and not really thinking so much, but feeling more and really being in touch with ourselves. Taurus is all about really feeling through our body and really doing things like, especially with Taurus and with the Nakshatra Rohini, it is a star that's very connected to our body and moving our body. So dance, yoga, exercise, any sort of movement that you feel called to do to help you connect more with yourself and with your body, and also to let your creative juices flow, like doing art, singing, dancing, like whatever it is. We all have our unique creative things that we feel called to do, and some of us are more creative than others. Some of us don't really care for these things, but just do whatever you feel called to do. Like some of us like to cook or bake, like they're just doing anything that is fun and freeing to you and really makes you feel present and it brings you joy. That is your creative thing. Like, just do that. This Nakshatra Rohini is a Rajasic Nakshatra. Rajasic is all about movement and action. And one of the symbols for this nakshatra is the chariot, which is also a symbol of movement and transportation. So that is a big theme of this star. And with the deity being Lord Brahma, who is the creator of the universe, this really shows us that in order to create and manifest, we also have to move. We have to move our energy. So like I was saying, to actually move and connect with our body, when we're moving our body, especially doing things like yoga and exercise and actually any sort of movement, if we intentionally move, we have the ability to really clear away blocks, especially when we're like stretching, we're stretching out and releasing blocked, stagnant energy out of our body. So that is a powerful thing in movement, but also actually moving and taking action one step at a time towards our goals. That really helps create and manifest and really mold together our life. And it's that saying, like, when you can think as much as you want and have as many beliefs as you want to create and manifest your life, but nothing will really happen until you take action. Action is a very important part of the manifestation process in life. So this star Rohini really teaches us that. It is important, however, with all of this Rajasic energy of moving, that we make sure we don't get burnt out. When you're constantly taking action, this is something that can tend to happen to a lot of us, is we get so inspired and so motivated that we start doing so many things or too much of one thing, and we tire ourselves out. So there needs to be a balance. We need to always connect with the sattvic energy as well, where we slow down and we take a moment to breathe, to be present, to connect with our angels, with God, with our higher self. That then allows us to be more in that flow state, which is more of that feminine energy. And Rohini, I feel, is really trying to teach us about that balance because of the strong feminine energy that is within Rohini, and creating life and taking action through that flow state. That is when you're dancing and you have no idea how your body's moving. You've just like started channeling and you're just like in the flow state, and it doesn't feel hard. It doesn't feel like you're really strenuously working when you are in the flow state, when you're happy, when you're passionate, when you're doing what you love to do. And this is the energy that creates heaven on earth. When I think about Taurus and this Nakshatra Rohini especially, I think about the Sacral chakra, which I feel is a really great chakra for us to really focus on at the time of this new moon, to really scan our body and tap into that area where our reproductive organs are, and really reflect on that, tap into that, and really give ourselves the time to connect. And this energy is very feminine, it's sensual, it's creative, it's flowy, it's very free. So really tap into that, tap into our bodies and actually feeling. And yeah, it's a really powerful time also to use all of our senses to create a little like different types of rituals for ourselves at the time of this new moon, to connect more deeply with our higher self. So, you know, smell, taste, sound, all of the different senses, and just utilize, like, we can eat some nourishing meals, we can create scent through essential oils and incense and lighting up something, we can focus on the flame for our sight. You know, there's lots of different things that we can do. So just think about utilizing all of your senses to really connect deeper with yourself. And yeah, plant some new seeds. What you focus on really does grow, and I hope that we can really plant so many seeds and grow an abundant garden that is just so blissful and filled with so much love. And I know that we all have the potential to do this, no matter where you have Taurus in your chart. There is, for each and every one of us, there are unique areas of our lives being activated now for very divine reasons, where we are all being pushed to grow and expand. And I feel that humanity as a whole are being really accelerated with our growth and our healing. And maybe this is why there is so much contrast in our realities right now, where we see people are really struggling while others are really thriving. It's all happening for a divine purpose. And just with all of the heavy things that are happening in certain areas of the world at the time of this new moon, we can also just take a moment to pray and take a moment to really send our healing light and our love and prayers for the people who are really struggling. So besides all of that, this is a very magical and powerful time right now, this new moon. This is the time for us to really pay attention to where our focus is and where our attention is and has been on. So this includes the music that we listen to, the things that we watch on TV, the people we interact with, the places that we allow our field, our energy to be in, and the food that we eat. Literally everything that we allow into our field and into our body and into our mind, into our thoughts, this is creating our life. And through these thoughts and beliefs and the focus that we have, we are moving and we are acting in accordance to those things. So this is the time for us to reflect on all of this and create some change in those areas of your life where you have Taurus situated in that house, or any planets or in Taurus, Earth sign, Scorpio. These areas are being activated right now, so it's time for us all to really do some reflection. I really recommend looking into your birth chart and learning more about your life, about yourself. And I'm sure if you are one of my subscribers, you have already done this, but if not, I do personal birth chart readings, which is available on the information is on my Etsy website, which is in my description bio. You can check that out, and my email is there if you want to ask me any questions. But besides that, I wish you all a beautiful new moon and just planting lots of seeds. And I know that we're all going to grow this blissful garden that is so abundant and beautiful very soon. And it's just these gardens that we grow, they just continue to flourish and grow with time, and they don't stay stagnant. Like gardens, when they are abundant with life, they require maintenance and they go through a lot of change and fluctuations, and this is what life is really about. So I hope that you can see that analogy. It's really reflective of how life is and how this Rohini energy wants us to see life as, that we can literally plant seeds through our thoughts, our intentions, and our focus, and they do grow. And then we have to be responsible for taking action to maintain that growth and to allow for more growth, and to also keep our garden really beautiful and sustainable. We need to keep watering those flowers and feeding them and giving them love as well. So yeah, that is enough of this talk from me. I hope that you all have a beautiful new moon, and I will see you all in my next video.